Hey everyone, welcome to 40 Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM WARA. My name is Catherine Conley, aka KC, with Lucy Cabral and Alex Mayo, just the three of us. And our guests today, we have the Raynham 12-year-old baseball team from the Little League. So how are you guys doing?
Good.
So you
Great.
want to...
Thank you guys for coming in. I mean, this is an honor for us to have you guys in here. So thank you again for coming in. And Casey, who are these people?
The Raynham All-Stars.
Okay, introduce everybody. Or if you guys want to introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Coach Holton. I've been coaching with these guys since they're 8 years old, and I'm the first base coach on the team.
My name's Alex Tavares. I'm also assistant coach. Been coaching just as long as Tom together. I am the third base coach.
My name is Vincent Tavares, and I play first base and pitcher.
My name is Matthew Holton. I play pitcher and left field.
Awesome. Welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Good.
So we are a group of made up of 12-year-old boys who the majority
in
of
the
them.
league, it's the Cal Ripken League.
It's a
right?
Cal Ripken
Okay.
League, yeah, which is a little different than a little league
Right.
that you see on ESPN. Same basic concept, just a different organization. But most of these boys have been together since they've been 7, and this has been a pretty cool journey to be able to do these games with these kids, watching them pretty much just grow up in front of you, you know, and to just be a part of these games has just been incredible.
So how did the season start for you guys?
So we first opened up by what happens is you have a tryout. I think we had it in early in the year, actually in the fall, to get the team together. Then we play. We had a couple of games in the state tournament, which you play in to qualify to play in the regionals. But because we host the regionals, you get an automatic bid in playing the regional tournament, which we just wrapped up last week. We ended up playing a total of 5 games. 3 of the games were just to get into the pool play, and then we ended up being the number 1 seed. So we had a first round bye, and then we played in the semifinals, and we beat a team that we had played in states, Arlington, Mass, and we actually lost to them in states. So we had a second chance at playing them, and boys got a little bit of revenge. We won that game 5-2, I believe it was, and we advanced to the championship game against Marshwood, Maine, a team that we played in the first round of the regional tournament. We had beat them 7-6. So then, come championship time, we're playing them again. They faced their Washington Park team out of Rhode Island. So it was a huge win for them because that other team was a really good team as well. So we knew it was going to be a tough game coming into the championship. So the boys they're a resilient group of kids. You know, the best thing that I think about this team is, you know, you get a lot of sports, you get kids aren't a team, they're just teammates. These kids are actually like friends, like real friends. You know, they hang out, they love being around each other. And the good thing for them too is that the parents are also friends. And that's pretty special, you know, because it's crazy. Tom and myself, like we said, we've been with these kids most of them since 7. And the bond we have with them is just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So
They're
it
like,
must have been pretty easy to put the team together and get as far as you did. So guys, what's it like? What's it like playing with all your friends on the same team? I'm sure there's a lot of happy moments, so to speak, practicing together and working out together.
It's pretty fun to like have the experience to like do all that stuff, play with your friends, and just have fun.
What's the hardest thing about playing as a team with all your friends? What do you think?
The hardest thing is probably,
Do you get mad at each other? Do you?
yeah, like if someone does like something wrong, we sometimes like yell at each other, but we like after that we just like get along again and just play.
I also want to ask you who's your favorite baseball player that you look up to?
My favorite baseball player was Roger Clemens
Why is that?
because he's my number and he's a good pitcher and I pitch too.
Awesome.
What about you, young man?
Mine was probably David Ortiz.
Big Pappy. And why?
He's just a power hitter and all around good player.
You're a power hitter.
So, Coach, I want to ask you, what is the concept of playing an opponent?
The concept is we just go out there and do what we do. And these kids could show up every day, and they're themselves. They play themselves. They do the thing. They do what, what they're coached, and they just go out there and they're themselves. They don't let anything bother them. We don't talk them out of the game. They just go out there and they play. And we really don't have a concept for what they do. We just go out there and have fun and be yourselves and don't worry.
So, what advice can you give to like younger players that want to play in high school or maybe professional someday?
Well, they have togetherness, team. We promote team all the time. If you're on a team, be a team. Just to stick with it, and hard work pays off.
Definitely.
So when did you guys know that this is a team that's going to go all the way?
Well, we truly never knew. It's just a wild ride. I mean, these kids played in a state tournament, unbelievable. The regional tournament, and we saw that they had something in the regional tournament. We could see it in their eyes, we could see it in their body, their demeanor, that they really wanted this. And we told them, it was yours to have, go get it. And they did it themselves. They went out there and they played hard, they stuck together. When some of them were down, they brought each other back up. They stuck together and they did their thing. And here they are, off to Visalia, California, into the World Series. It's amazing. It's amazing. I still get the goosebumps talking about it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Wait till you get out there. It's just going to be incredible. So playing the regionals, you played Maine, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How was that? Maine's pretty competitive.
They were a pretty tough team. They're good hitters. One of the kids I was versing, he hit 26 foul balls off of me, but they have good fielding and they're just all around good team.
So at the end of the game, after we won, the Marshwood head coach was on the field, and they handed him the microphone, and he was talking about his team, and he let us know that was the first time they have ever lost to an opponent twice, ever. They've never.
Oh, we
lost,
got a call.
They've
Oh,
never
do?
lost twice.
Okay. Okay, so I haven't been on this board in a long time, so I'm going to try to take this call. If I lose it, there it is. Bear with me, okay? Hello?
Hey, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
Are you there, caller? Hello? Are you there, caller? I can't hear anything.
Hello?
Hello? No? On air? Hello? Alright, let's try that. Are you there? Go ahead.
Hello, you're first on 4 Deep Sports Talk.
No?
Oh, did we lose it?
Probably.
Oh, no.
I'm calling again.
Mm.
If you could call in again, that would be great. I'm so sorry. I'm still trying to figure this out.
So if you want to call in at 508-222-1320 on WARA 1320 AM, and you could also check out our YouTube page, 40 Sports Talk, and go on our website as well, 40sportstalk.com.
All right. Let's get another.
Oh.
So excited here. Let's try this again.
Hello, you're first on 40 Sports Talk.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited. I did something right here. Okay, what's your question? Actually, who are you and what would you
Hello,
like to
say
ask?
it's Dominic. I'm calling.
Dominic!
Dominic.
Thank God. Wait, how did your game go?
Favor, is your mic on? Because I'm hearing feedback.
You are. My mic.
Are all the mics up?
How's that?
Are all the mics up? That's
Okay.
better. Now you're on.
Now I'm
You
on.
weren't on before.
Oh, thank you, Dominic. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done this. This is pretty crazy.
Right.
But
remember,
Alex
when you
helped
get
out
the
here with
call-
all the hookups, so we have audio and everything is going out, and it looks like we have a good stream. And we have 40 seconds before we go into our next first break.
I just wanted to tell the boys and the coaches congratulations. It was a lot of fun umpiring their tournament in Raynham, and I wish them the best of luck in California.
Aw,
Thank you.
that's
Thank
you,
great.
Dominic.
So the guys, you don't have headphones on. We should get you headphones. But that was Dominic, and he says good luck in the tournament. Hope you guys go all the way, and yeah, good luck. He had a great time umpiring your games.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dom.
You hear that? Okay, 10 seconds out.
Okay, you're listening to 40 Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM WARA. We will be right back with more right after this.
Clear Pond Park in the town of Lakeville. This is our recreation facility, but here at the park, it's family fun and fun in the sun. We have a concession stand which serves pizza and hot dogs, candy, drinks, and ice cream. We also have a kiddie land for smaller children and a playground for the larger children. Also ball courts where we have basketball and volleyball. We have bathrooms over here, and also we have a lifeguard station, which is also serves as our first aid station. Main motto was cleanliness, safety. We have lifeguards, station 2 on the tower, 1 in the water, 1 on the raft. We have a 3-foot tower also on the raft, which is kind of unique to the park, and we want fun in the sun.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League Baseball and high school sporting events. We get it done right.
Of the game, the Trojans 60. Is end. Debut 1-3 for bowling. Hits. Shoot, scores! McCormick scores again on the rebound.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to 40 Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM WARA. We are here with the Raynham 12 and under All-Star baseball team with Coach Alex Tavares and Tom Holton and Vincent Tavares and Matthew Holton.
And they are going to the World Series in Visalia, California,
Yeah.
next week, right?
Yes.
Guys must be so excited. We have taken a screenshot of your GoFundMe page to help with expenses on getting out there. So Alex is going to put that up on the screen. I know you guys have a lot of supporters here. Want to talk about that? Talk about all your supporters and
It's actually been pretty amazing, the people that have been, stepping up and donating to help these kids get out there.
It's very expensive. Very, very expensive.
It is. I don't think a lot of people realize the undertaking it takes. You know, it's not easy to send a 12-year-old child cross country with just your coach. You know, so you got to get some family members out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're running into is, you know, a ticket for 2 people is over $2,000.
Yeah.
And then you get the hotel, it's $1,600. So you're talking 2 people flying out to California and staying there for 10 days. That's you're talking $3,500.
Right. That's not including food. That's not including, souvenirs or anything like that.
Nothing. So
crazy.
You know, in times like this, you reach out to your community and see what they can do, and people are just coming out from everywhere.
Yes.
And it's
so we're flashing up the GoFundMe page. There is a URL or there is a link, to get to it, right?
Well, I'm sure if you type it into GoFundMe, you'll be able to find it.
Yep. Okay. It is GoFundMe.com World Series in Visalia, California. All right. Type that in. Donate if you can. It'd be great to send to everybody out there who wants to go. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to you guys making it out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an experience. If you've never been out there, it is. It's like walking on to Fenway Park as soon as you go in. It's great. It's great. So I know you guys are anticipating what's coming up. What's it going to take to gather the whole team together and practice and be disciplined to and focus? There's going to be a lot of paparazzi around. You're going to be on the press just about every day. Cameras are going to be on you all the time. What's it going to take to focus and practice? And you're coming all that way. You don't want to let anybody down. You just do your best, right?
Yeah, probably. Just act like how you were acting in any other games. Just focus and just don't let anybody get in your head. Just do what you do.
There you go. How are you going to prepare for that?
We're going to practice hard and swing our bats at home in practice.
There you go. And coaches, how are you going to make them do that?
we preach a lot of, especially this coaching staff. We also coach football together. So we really preach, self-confidence and belief to these kids. And one of the things we all said, all 4 coaches, the other 2 coaches that are on this staff is our manager, Scott Gallen, and our other assistant coach, Michael Stasiak. Just to have the kids be confident. And at the end of the day, if they're confident, and it's okay to fail. Mm-hmm. As long as you give everything you have, that's always something that we truly believe. And I think that's what separates these kids from a lot of other kids and a lot of other teams, is that they get it. They get it. They get that it's okay that if you strike out. As long as you strike out, giving 100%, it doesn't matter, Mm-hmm. The other thing we really preach is to be a good teammate. Being a good teammate is key. It's not about, we lost because of you.
Right.
No, we lost because of all of us. Mm-hmm. We win because of all of us. It's not about one kid. It's when cheer, you should want it more for the guy on your left and the guy on your right than you do for yourself.
It's a team sport.
And that's what they do. That's who we are, and we've been like that for years. And they truly get it. And that's one of the things we also said to them is when we went. I'll never forget this moment. Is before the game when I talked to them that championship game, and I'm like, listen. This is the first step you can take into cementing the beginning of your legacy. For the rest of your life, nobody will ever be able to take this away from you.
Yeah,
Never, ever. When they get older, they'll have their kids they can tell this story to. It's just something that no one can ever take from them. Mm-hmm. It's a huge accomplishment, and they deserve it. They've worked really hard, and they really are just a great bunch of kids. I just never seen 12 kids that truly love each other the way these kids do. It's crazy. It's crazy. The other thing I want to mention too is when you coach, not only do you coach the kids, you have to interact with the parents. You have to deal with the parents.
That's huge.
That's the biggest part of coaching.
It is.
That's huge.
And it can be a tough part, but knock on wood, and this is the God's honest truth, these are the best group of parents ever.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's never my kid didn't do this or my kid didn't do that, regardless of the situation. And sometimes things happen where a kid doesn't get into a game because of the scenario. It's just tough. And these parents just support everything. It's crazy. The amount of work that went into hosting this regional tournament was insane.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes to, our vice president. We just had a rally the other day on Thursday night at one of our local establishments called Crew Brew. And,
okay. Yeah.
And we had a little a night out and just to raise some money, and it was incredible. And so I got on a microphone at the end, and I just wanted to reach out and let people know like how much work like the vice president puts in, and he gets no recognition for it. Him and the manager, they're involved in not getting the plane tickets, getting everything set up, getting all the itinerary, everything set up, and putting it out to the parents. Setting up where we're gonna go fundraise, who we're gonna do this, who we're gonna do that, and these are people that just don't get recognized. And
there's a lot of volunteers out there working behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. So it's
and
totally
it's
a team
detail.
effort.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I get it. I completely get
Big
it.
time.
Fundraising especially. So folks, go out to their GoFundMe page and support these kids. We want them to go out there and win. And even if they don't win, just the experience alone, getting in a plane and going cross country, huge. So guys, who are your favorite players? Who do you look up to?
Probably David Ortiz.
Yeah.
Andrew Benintendi, because he's a good outfielder and he hits the ball good.
Yeah, he's a great player. I like their styles also. Anybody else? How about your teammates? Shout out to your teammates.
To Shane Gallen.
Nice.
Probably Jack Ritchie.
What positions do they play?
Shortstop.
And catcher.
Oh. So do you guys have any, you're a pitcher, it's a catcher. How do you work together? Do you give them signs?
Make sure you have your mouth close to the mic.
Yep.
The catcher gives us signs and tells us where to put the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does too.
And for the most part, do you follow them?
Yes.
Great.
Are the signs like basically like what kind of pitch like you want the pitcher to throw?
Yeah.
What if you feel like not throwing that pitch?
You have to, or the coach will get mad.
There's no shaking it off. We don't shake off the coach. No.
Good answer.
That's right.
They listen.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of festivities coming up, and you're going to be asked a lot of questions. I think when we were talking out there, when the coaches here got an itinerary of what's coming up. Have you thought about walk-up music? They're going to introduce your name up on the screen, on the TV screen. It's going to say, what's your favorite food? His favorite food is blah, blah, blah. You gotta have something. Everybody out there wants to know all about you.
Probably Not Afraid by Eminem.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a good
good
song.
one. That's a good one.
I'd probably do Eye of the Tiger, and I don't know who it's by.
Another good walk-up.
Yeah.
Rest of the team, what do you think they're preparing to do?
Well, most of the team right now is in New York for Cooperstown tournament with their AAU team.
Nice.
So I hope they're doing good.
Yeah, Cooperstown is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great. How about moms? How about the rest of your family? What are they? What advice are they giving you?
Advice? I think they're all going crazy right now, trying to pack and get everything in order.
Right?
No one can even believe that we've made it this far. Like I think the coaches can't believe it still. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's like, what do we need? It's going to be hot. What's the weather going to be like?
Yeah. Have you been checking up the weather? I think we were
we've
talking
been-
about
we've been looking at the
107
weather, so-
degrees or something.
Yeah. 99, 100, 102, 103. But it's great weather.
Any other questions?
I actually want to ask you guys, do you plan on still continuing playing baseball like when you go into like high school?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I do.
That's cool.
Any other sports you guys play?
I play football, baseball, and basketball.
Wow.
I play football and basketball.
Great.
That's cool.
She said
What?
any other sport.
Yeah.
What is your favorite memory playing ball with this team?
Probably when our first game in states, we played this team, Maplewood Fall River.
Okay. Yeah.
And we haven't beat them in all the years, and they're like our rivalry, and they kept like beating us, and then we finally beat them 1-0.
Wow.
And then we played them again when we lost to Arlington, and we played them again.
Okay, we're gonna come back. We're gonna take our second break.
And we will be back with more right after this.
Clear Pond Park in the town of Lakeville. This is our recreation facility, but here at the park, it's family fun and fun in the sun. We have a concession stand which serves pizza and hot dogs, candy, drinks, and ice cream. We also have a kiddie land for smaller children and a playground for the larger children. Also ball courts where we have basketball and volleyball. We have bathrooms over here, and also we have a lifeguard station, which is also serves as our first aid station. Main motto is cleanliness, safety. We have lifeguards, station 2 on the tower, 1 in the water, 1 on the raft. We have a 3-foot tower also on the raft, which is kind of unique to the park, and we want fun in the sun.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League baseball and high school sporting events. We get it done right.
Of the game, the Trojans 60.
Debut 1-3 for Bowling. Hits! Shoots, scores! McCormick scores again on the rebound.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM WARA. And if you want to call in at 508-222-1320 or call. Oh.
That's okay. WARA 1320 AM. We're here out at Attleboro.
I apologize to everyone because I froze.
It's all right.
Oh.
And who do we have in studio besides Casey?
We have the Raynham Little League baseball team out of Raynham, Massachusetts. And they are going to the World Series in California.
Excellent. And we have Alex, our IT guy here, streaming live cross country. I am Lucy Cabral, and in studio we have coaches Alex Tavares and Tom Holton, and their sons, Vinny Tavares and Matthew Holton. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations from the whole team. You heard Dom. He umpired a couple of your games and was very, very excited that you were coming in studio. He wishes, you were here. So tell us, what was it like to get this team together to go as far as working out diligently, focusing, getting them to do drills to get ready for a game?
It's actually pretty easy for us, to be honest with you, because we love this. We love coaching. We're probably two of the most passionate coaches you'll see out there, along with our manager. Then our other coach, Mike Stasiak, he's very quiet. So he's a little different, but it's in the end, it's the same message. Yep. Whether it comes from the quiet side from Mike, or it comes from the little louder side from the three of us, being Tom, myself, and Scott. But we pretty much preach the same thing. Just be confident. Just believe in yourself. And a lot of these kids don't have self-confidence.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of coaches out there make a mistake in the message they deliver. You know, and people have different opinions on our style of coaching because of sometimes it's pretty loud. So one of the things I like to say is, you know, just ignore the noise and listen to the message.
Yeah, there you go.
And at the end of the day, the only people who we really care about is those 12 boys on that field. And I'm pretty confident in saying, if you lined up a bunch of coaches on the complex and you had the four of us on one side and other coaches everywhere else, and you told them, all these kids, go stand in front of who you want to play for, I'm pretty confident our line would be pretty large. And that makes you feel good because you know, it's easy for us because all we do is talk. They're the ones that have to do all the work. They're the ones that put in the work, you know, and we like to say, when you're not working, the other guy is. So it's on you. You have to do it. And they did all of this, you know. The games that we played at home, especially the 2 playoff games, well, the 1 playoff game and the championship game, there had to be 200 people there.
Wow.
The place was electric,
Wow.
you know, and the championship game was a 1-0 game. It was just high, intense moments. You know, every strike mattered, every ball mattered, everything. And to be 12 years old, to have that amount of pressure on you, that's no easy task. And these kids, they're resilient. They don't give up. And when that last out was called, watching them erupt was just awesome. And us coaches,
Pure joy, right?
You know, and that's huge.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. You know,
Yeah.
seeing them do this, you know, and it's kind of surreal. Tom and I talk every day, probably 10 times a day, and it's just
it's like, we're going where?
And I'll tell you, we could be the 2 toughest coaches on the complex, but we're the biggest babies when it comes to the emotion of the game. You know, it's just from what these kids do for you. It's amazing. To when we won the championship in the regional, I cried like a little baby. And I'll tell you, I did it because I love it for these boys and what they did for themselves. And that's what gets me the most. It's an amazing experience. And we tell the kids all the time, thank you. Thank you for what you do for us. And we love watching them play. That's what why we're doing what we're doing. It's amazing.
That's great. That's great. So before we went to break, Vinny was talking about moms and helping out. And I'm sure they're in the stands screaming and everything else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially his mom.
I bet.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question.
Excellent.
Like, which game do you guys look forward to playing the most?
Probably against Guam.
Guam?
Yeah.
That's what we open up against. So it's the first game. So they probably just get all the jitters out and being up once we walk on the field, you know.
Like, just like get ready like for the season, like to get pumped up and all that?
Yeah, I mean, once we start practicing, these kids are in it. You know, the group message, text message goes, they're on the feeds, and a game or a practice ends, and they're on there talking like, oh, we did this, and you did this, and he did that, and, you know, can't wait till tomorrow. And they just love being there. They really love being there.
It's going to be a discipline when you get out there. You really have to focus and shut out everybody else out there, you know. I wish you guys a lot.
That's our main goal.
It's going to be crazy.
Focus and compete.
Yes.
Go out there and do our job and compete, and we'll be all right.
Yeah, you will. You will.
As long as they have fun.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Gotta have fun.
We'll have a lot of fun, boys.
So, okay, so we talked about the getting ready, getting out there, the GoFundMe page. And again, please, everyone, help these guys get out there. Go to their GoFundMe page. It is, if you plug in GoFundMe, it's World Series in Visalia, California. Raising quite a bit of money to get out there. We talked about how expensive it is. And do you guys have any superstitions or anything?
My superstition is to wear the same socks and underwear every game.
Ouch.
Clean or dirty? Chooch.
Clean.
Uh-huh. It's going to be a little tough
gonna bring
washing
you the-
clothes out in California.
Exactly.
So,
Mine's probably the same. But I don't wash my jerseys.
You don't wash your jerseys?
No.
Wow, even if they get like really, really dirty. So you don't go to Tide Country. Mom doesn't go to Tide Country.
Nope.
No. That's great.
We're pretty superstitious. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. We're probably the worst ones with it. Tom and I. And
yeah.
people razz us all the time, but it's just who we are. It's just how it is. So if it works, we're not changing a thing. You know.
No.
And,
Are there
and-
certain foods that you eat going out there? We had one guy in here who ate pasta like faithfully, like every couple hours.
Probably, like, every game we win, if I have a piece of gum, he'll give me the same kind of gum.
Ah, there you go.
I thought like foods for something that I did for the regional tournament. Every day I drove there, I parked in the same spot against the building on the grass, and I had to run over the cone. And our vice president is nuts with his cones and where people park, and he goes, "You ran over my cone hole." I was like, "Sorry, Sky, I've been doing it every day. I have to do it." And I would have an iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, drink it to the same line, and then at the end of the game, finish it. Just little quirky things like, I did this yesterday, maybe I'll do it today, maybe it works. Hey, we won, we're off to California. You never know if it worked, but we'll try it again.
There you
We'll
go.
see what brings when we get to California.
Well, I can tell you they have a lot of Starbucks out there. Tons of Starbucks.
A lot of caffeine.
Uh-huh.
We'll be good.
Uh-huh. And Frosted Flakes. Right? Catherine, got anything else?
Any shout outs you guys want to give, like out to your family or friends or whoever?
I mean, we can give a lot of shout outs to a lot of the local businesses that helped us fundraise to the point where we are now. There's a long list of people. I don't even know where to begin. So we can start there, saying thank you to all of you who've helped us to get to this point where we are now. Obviously, our families, other coaching staff. I mean, we can go on and on with a long list of people in town. We just want to say thank you and for everything that you've done for us. We really appreciate it.
And the rest of the staff as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really, our community is just ridiculous. I love the town we live in. People just come out and and we just win. That's what we do. We're successful in football. We're successful in basketball. We're successful in baseball. You know, our U16 girls just came back from the World Series. They made it to the World Series.
That's
in
awesome.
Florida. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and a week later, here we are, the 12-year-old boys are going to the World Series. So that says a lot about the program, RYBSA. It's run by, great people, President Chad Gregory and Vice President Scott Balutis, and then the rest of the board members. It's just done right. I can say so much, but we'd be here all day. You know what I mean? But they just care about the community. They care about the kids, and that's the one thing. It's always about the kids, and a lot of tough things come up. Some disgruntled parents and stuff like that of certain things, and they just handle it. Things get taken care of because at the end of the day, it's all about the kids, and this is for them. And when they leave, they come back and they help, and that's what hosting the tournament. It's a huge undertaking. People have to give up their time to
Absolutely.
to
I
come
mean,
and help.
I'm sure you
know?
guys have day jobs and
Oh yeah, nobody gets paid. It's all volunteer. and
Absolutely.
it's just you gotta love doing it. And we were saying earlier, and we have our annual Jared Monty tournament going on right now. It's our 8-year-old age group, and we all did it. And it's 16 teams there.
Wow.
And that's where it starts. That's that's their beginning, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of people to sacrifice a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Weekends, then after work, it's tough. It's tough to get down. You got to really, really love doing that. And we're very fortunate in Raynham that we just have different breed of people that just love these kids, and they're very
great.
lucky. And the
That's
comp
great.
where they play and it's just crazy.
A lot
It's
of
crazy.
support.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
guys?
Very
a lot of
lucky.
support. Okay,
Very
we
lucky.
are going to go into our third break.
And if you want to call in at 508-222-1320 or check out our YouTube page at 4deepsportstalk.com, we will be right back with more right after this.
This is Clear Pond Park in the town of Lakeville. This is our recreation facility, but here at the park, it's family fun and fun in the sun. We have a concession stand which serves pizza and hot dogs, candy, drinks, and ice cream. We also have a kiddie land for smaller children and a playground for the larger children. Also ball courts where we have basketball and volleyball. We have bathrooms over here, and also we have a lifeguard station, which is also serves as our first aid station. Main motto is cleanliness, safety. We have lifeguards station 2 on the tower, 1 in the water, 1 on the raft. We have a 3-foot tower also on the raft, which is kind of unique to the park, and we want fun in the sun.
When you need your business to reach your target audience, let us help you get back into the game.
We do college recruiting CDs covering Little League baseball and high school sporting events. We get it done right.
Of the game, the Trojans 60.
Savior 1-3 for bowling. Hits. Shoots, scores. McCormick scores again on the rebound.
Hey guys, welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at the news station, 1320 AM, WARA. And if you want to call in at 508-222-1320 on WARA. And we have the Raynham baseball team out in the Little League, and they are going to the World Series in California.
Right, next week, right?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday morning.
Woohoo! All right, guys, how do you feel about that?
Pretty good.
It's going to be really fun, and that's all that matters.
What are you hoping to do as soon as you land in California?
Swim in the pool.
You're going to make a lot of friends out there. Your first game is against Guam. I'm sure they'll have all the teams, introduce everybody. Go out and shake hands with these people. It's just going to be an experience you'll never forget. Take it all in. Just have a ball with it. You have any questions for them? For anybody you meet out there?
Well, they're gonna have a so the first day they'll have a team banquet.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
In between that, there'll be what they call a pin exchange ceremony.
Oh.
And it's pins you have your team, and you interact with these kids, and you just exchange, and so they'll get some pretty cool keepsakes, you know what I mean, to keep,
Sure.
and from all over, and it'll be, from what we hear, it's pretty wild experience. You
Yeah.
get to see a lot of different things, and kind of excited to see how some of these other guys,
How they play,
how they
their
play,
style
how
of
they
play.
coach, what they do, you know what I mean, and a lot of their their pregame warm-ups and stuff like that, and every team does things differently. We
Right.
have our own way of warming up and how we stretch in the beginning, and that's just things that we do, and
So what do you do? What do you do to get ready before a game? Stretch.
We
Pray.
gather in a circle, and
Nice.
then someone really loud, like Hollywood, Mason Payton, to go in the middle, and we count to 10, stretching our arms and legs.
How about you?
we do the same thing, and then we like probably sometimes we'll go into the cage and hit, and then we'll warm up by throwing with a partner, and then if like the pitcher and the catcher will go in the bullpen or like off to the side and just warm up, and then we'll take infield.
Okay.
What-
And
you hear how they mention each other's nicknames.
Yes.
So every player on a team has a nickname.
we got to hear all these
so
nicknames.
Vincent here is Chenzo,
Chenzo.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I like that.
and Matthew here is Chooch.
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 So we have a slew of names on our team. We have a Hollywood, we have a brick wall, we have a line drive. What else? Help me out. We have a T Smooth. We have a
Chappie.
Richie
Chappie, which is called Big Feet.
Yeah.
If he's listening, he's laughing right now. Right? Which is, and Jace has a lot of names, right? JC Poo, Uncle Jace. And so
We got Dusty,
Dusty, yeah.
Richie Rich.
Richie Rich. And we have some different handshakes with everybody when they get on base. We have a lot of fun with these kids. And,
That's great.
and I think that's part of it, a lot of it. It's when we're out there, we enjoy them, they enjoy us, we have fun. And I think that's the big experience here with these guys. And so that's what it's about. And it's a great time. It's a great time.
So I'm sure you guys have nicknames, no?
Well, if we do, they don't tell us.
I'm
Do
sure
they
they
have
call us a
nicknames?
lot of things.
Oh, it's all good though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for you, coaches. Who do you have a favorite baseball player that you guys looked up to?
Oh, geez, way back when there was a lot of baseball players that I enjoyed watching play.
Who's your favorite?
Teddy Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to. That guy's amazing. He's always been amazing, and I enjoyed him. He's a great hitter, probably the best hitter in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you also could mention Babe Ruth. I mean, I wasn't alive when he played, but with the stories you heard about him, it's absolutely amazing. And you can go down a long list of players.
Oh,
and
sure.
So, but those two really, I think about when you ask, well, who's your, favorite names. But Ted Williams, I think, really is touching.
So cool. What about you? Who's your favorite?
Two guys that I love to watch the most. One of the guys was definitely like Chooch's, was Roger Clemens, but Pedro Martinez was an awesome guy to watch.
Yeah.
And the other guy I loved to watch was Manny Ramirez.
Oh, I liked
He
Manny
was-
Ramirez too.
He was a character. You know what I mean? And we have a lot of characters on this team. Just they have fun, and we use him as an example a lot. Like the guy just loved to play. He was in the biggest spots and big games, and he just loved it. And one thing we always tell our kids, big time players show up in big time spots. And this is a big time spot right here, and they just feed off of that, and they go out there and just do things you wouldn't expect them to do. And there's games we've won games this year that we didn't even think we were going to win, and we had kids up in spots that probably had no confidence in themselves, and they were like, well, here comes the bottom of the lineup, and they're losing by one, and there's 3 outs, and this is going to be done. And that doesn't happen with this team. But 1 to 12, it doesn't matter. They're all the same. It's just one team really believing in what we do, and that, like they said earlier, that team Maplewood that just always had our number. It was always nail-biter games, but they always beat us. And this year, for the first year, their final year together in youth baseball, and they beat this team. And
Twice.
I think that is when, especially Tom and I, knew, like, listen, something's going on here, for them to do. And they didn't beat them 1-0. They beat them. Like, it was pure annihilation. Like,
What was the score?
so one game it was. So the
1-0.
first time was
1-0.
1-0. That's the first one we game. The first game we played in States, and then the second game we played, it was lose and go home for both of us. And I think we beat them
7-2.
Yeah, they were
7-2.
up by 2 in the first inning.
First inning, yeah.
And then
Scored 7 runs.
we scored 7 runs in one
It
inning.
was pretty impressive. It was like even the parents were like, we don't even care what happens for the rest of the year. We finally beat this team. We finally got over that, and it's huge. Like I said, we've been together for going on 6 years with these kids, these parents, and I know I keep bringing up the parents, but they really deserve a lot of credit because they support coaching's not easy. People forget that we're just volunteers.
Right.
We're not professionals. You know, we put in a lot of work, you know, after working, you know, and we love to do it. And sometimes when you get parents that just don't get it, it makes it miserable. But we're very lucky. We have 12 families that the parents are just awesome. And the work that the parents put in, they get no recognition either. But this tournament, while we're doing stuff, they were in the snack shack. They were in the group tents and doing all kinds of stuff and fundraising and being out there. The cleaning up the bathrooms, cleaning up the trash barrels, and they don't hear anything. Nobody says anything about that.
Right.
But
it is a
without them, doesn't
thankless
work.
job. I've done
yeah.
it over the past 30 years, and crazy, crazy. But
And they are
you're
definitely the best group of parents, hands down, we've ever had. And again, we've been with them for a long time, and it's just they deserve a lot of credit. They make it easier for us to do what we do when they're supporting us instead of fighting us, you know, and that goes a long way. It really does, especially for the kids. They see that, you know, because in the end of the day, when you're that parent and all you're doing is talking, your child is seeing that.
Absolutely.
And that affects
and that's why
them.
they're here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they're where they're going.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
That's
it's
awesome.
it's good.
Okay, we have about just around under 2 minutes. Final words. There's got to be something out there. I see the wheels turning. You did the shout-outs to the
Shout out
team.
to Charlie Swenson. He's our manager.
Ah, okay.
He thinks so, but
He's a friend of theirs that comes out every game. So
Really?
they anointed him team manager.
That's awesome. You guys got a mascot too?
No.
No? Didn't you have any brothers or sisters that want to go out there and rah, rah, rah?
I'm probably just looking forward to meeting all the kids.
Yeah.
Probably just having fun, just having the experience to be on a field with many of people watching from all around the world, and then being on live where people can watch it. So
It's going to be a lot of that. In the spotlight. Going to have to carry some black Sharpies with you. You know, you can be signing autographs and a lot of lights flashing. It's crazy. You'll love it, though.
We just want to say thank you to you guys for having us out here.
Oh, yeah, thank you
means a
so
lot.
much.
It
Thanks
definitely
for coming
means a
on the
lot.
show.
Thank you for Dom. He's a great guy. He's a great umpire.
Yeah.
We interacted with him a lot. Even in the games that he wasn't doing with us, he was there, and just a great guy. And this we really appreciate this. This means a lot, and it goes a long way. And again, just want to say thank you very much.
And
Very,
all
very
of us
welcome.
at 40 would like to wish you guys good luck in California. And that being said, with Lucy Cabral, Alex Mayo, I am Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC. We will catch you next time. Everyone, have a fantastic weekend.
Yeah, we got
Talk
about
broadcast is brought to you by Source Pumping, simply the best at what they do. You can reach them at sourcepumping.com. Bar and Grill of Taunton. They can be reached at medbarandgrill.com. Physical Therapy U. That can be reached at ptuclinic.com. And Clear Pond Park of Lakeville, Massachusetts. For more information, they can be reached on their Facebook page, Clear Pond Park.
This has been a presentation of 4 Deep Sports Talk, where high school and youth athletics come first.